And we're back.
Alright then.
We don't know what's up ahead.
Oh, this looks like... Who are you?
Are you alright?
My head's swimming. What is this place?
The royal flower? A surprise to see them blooming here.
Something about this place. Yes. The flow of Magla is strong here. It is much like the altar of the dragon god. The Magla in the air seems to be concentrated here. What is this place?
Gallica, something the matter? Your mind seems elsewhere.
Oh, sorry. I've got this weird feeling that something really important happened here. Anyway, let's keep moving.
So here you are at last.
Why?
Before I left home, I never knew that these flowers represented royalty. But what are they doing within the ancient sectum?
How odd. This place is clearly in ruins, but it doesn't look like natural decay.
It was burned to the ground. One day, a bunch of kingdom soldiers showed up out of the blue. Without so much as a reason. They made an inferno of the place.
But why? Why would His Majesty order such an atrocity?
Thinking back now, it may have been Forden who led the charge. I can't be certain. But if it was up to him, he would have done it just to purge the filthy Elda tribe.
Luis claimed that the Eldan people were just another form of the humans. If he spoke true,
They're not. There's no way. Anyway, more than half of the villagers died in the fire. And those who survived were forced to hide in caves. That way everyone would think they were wiped out.
'Tis a shrewd ploy indeed, to hide in a place the enemy themselves saw destroyed. Yet, why did Alcest? No matter. His Highness is in this cave, correct?
Yes, over there.
What? That...
he draws no breath. Likely a stab in the back. I doubt he even had time to shout.
I recognize him. He was the associate of the first operative I came in contact with. He was a lot more skilled than those Sanctist warrior monks. Now...
Gallica, the cave is just ahead, yes?
Yes. It's past the woods, over there.
Then we move.
I need to get to the cave.
I don't like this.
This Magla that I'm sensing, I'm worried about the prince. We need to hurry over to the hideout on the lower level. A fairy. I think they'll feel a little alarmed if we all swarmed in on them as a big group like this. For now, let's leave them be and move on. It's a fairly old Ujif man. It seems he's working to lay a body to rest.
Russell? You're safe!
Huh? My word. Is that you, Gallica?
You were His Highness's tutor.
Hmm? I know but one red-dressed knight. Are you the royal guard? The Lady Hulkenberg? By the heavens. Then...
She's been helping us. Everyone here is a trusted ally. They've all fought to save the prince.
Alas. Oh, what a tragedy. If this reunion had only been a moment sooner.
Russell, where is His Highness? What happened? Is His Highness safe?
A few days ago, those detestable cursed thorns finally faded. I cannot tell you how long I had waited to see them gone. It was truly a joy beyond words. It happened before we could fathom it. A lone stranger, a loathsome figure came striding in. His Highness had only just regained consciousness since the curse's lifting. Yet, to protect us, he threw himself upon the assassin's blade. We were horror-struck. His Highness lay pierced through the heart, and we saw him breathe his last.
No, that can't be true.
The stranger was a master of magic. None could match him. Of the Resistance's numbers, only I remain.
Who was responsible for this?
I don't know who the murderer was, but he cried his patron's name aloud as he did the deed. For Count Luis, from the moment he appeared, I believe his sole purpose was to kill His Highness. As soon as the lifelight left the prince's eyes, the stranger left, with only a smile.
An innocent boy. Twice tormented in the clutches of assassins. All because of the family he was born into.
Luis, there really is no evil you won't stoop to.
Please, Russell. Where is the prince?
We've laid him in the prayer room for now, at the end of the cave. He rests just this way.
You're coming, aren't you, love?
I still can't believe it.
I know. But we have to see for ourselves.
Ah, I'd heard a rumor that there was a boy candidate who claimed to be His Highness. So, that was you? 'Tis just as St. Rilla said. You're no scoundrel. Indeed, you risked life and livelihood to see His Highness restored. Strange. Something in you reminds me of His Highness.
Something wrong?
No, it's nothing. Well, I will go before you to the prayer room. Once you are ready, you are free to join me.
Before I go to the prince, I think I'll help Russell lay this body to rest.
You going to stay here?
No. I must bear witness myself. As his knight, I must.
I'm a little worried.
I need to get to the prince as quickly as I can. The prince is in the prayer room on the lower level. I don't want to believe it, but we need to see him for ourselves.
It's nearly time.
This voice.
Long have I waited.
Hey, you.
Are you associated with the group that's been sheltering the prince? It's all because of them that another calamity has befallen us. Now that I get a closer look at you, are you Elda? I had heard that the prince was the only Elda within the resistance.
Beg pardon?
Hold on, did you really come here from outside the sanctum? What's going on? No, that can't be. Are you truly Elda?
You must hurry. The time has come.
These resistance members can keep on sacrificing themselves for all I care. It's not my problem. I guess that came out sounding a little cold. I suppose I can help carry the bodies away. There's too many for that old Yujif to handle on his own.
What?
Right past this door here is the living quarters. Lady Grude made it strictly clear that it's not to be opened under any circumstances. You heard me. Hurry along now.
All was for this day. There is still time.
Gallica, is that really you? I was wondering where you had gone off to. Oh, thank goodness you're safe. How are the others? The others? They're fine. It was just a bunch of people who died. More importantly, Gallica, we have to go gather petals from that flower patch in the forest. What? Oh, maybe later, okay? I'm still on a mission, so now really isn't the time to. You've changed, Gallica. You're even starting to talk like one of them. So weird.
What?
Huh? Are you trying to be a person? You're strange now.
Follow that.
The prayer room is located further in. At the moment, it's being used to mourn those who are no longer with us. I pray you don't cause a disturbance. The prince is just ahead. Are you ready? Wait, let me see if I can save. The people who brought the prince to this village called themselves simply the Resistance. They feared a name would spread word of their existence. Their number have gradually dwindled, and after today's tragedy, Russell is all who remains. Hardly a resistance now.
Hey.
Russell, the prince is... Oh, highness. For you to forfeit your life in order to save ours, it can only mean that we have truly failed you. There can be no atonement, no penance, no to match the magnitude of our failure. Okay, let's chat with everyone. See what we get here.
Come off it.
I've heard that the Elder are considered a sullied tribe to the outside world. Perhaps that's reflected in the current state of affairs. That child is royalty, yet his life had been defined by tragedy beyond anything that I have experienced. To think that there are those who would see such a child as no more than prey to be slain, to look upon a mere boy such as he and revile him. Their souls are truly cursed.
Oh, it's you.
Beyond here lies the altar of secret history, the sanctuary which houses the true story of our people and world. Kindly refrain from making any loud noises lest you startle the fairies. Aha, you're all from the outside world, aren't you? Hey, mind telling me what's going on right now? Nobody will tell me anything. They all just say, don't leave the house. I know the fires were scary, but it's all too much to be holed up like this. I, for one, have no intention of spending my life running between caves and forests.
Hello.
Beyond the store is the place the organization has been using as a hideout, or should I say, was beyond this door. Other than the elderly Russell, the rest of them are. Perhaps we brought this on ourselves, but still, it's all so dreadful. Okay, let's talk to this guy.
Now what am I to do?
Quite a state our village is in right now, so if there's anything you need, now's the time. To be completely honest, there are those within the sanctum who think ill of both His Highness and the Resistance, but life is priceless. For him to have died in such a way, at so tender an age, let us pray, so that such tragedy is never repeated. Offer your prayers not to any idol, but to the God that dwells within.
This way.
No.
Your Highness.
Why?
I didn't realize anyone still remained to weep over this child. Gallica, you've returned.
Milady Gruade. It's been a long time.
May I ask who this is?
She is the chiefess of this village. The Hermitess Gruade.
She was kind enough to shelter the entire organization when His Highness fled to these woods.
I can't believe he's gone. I'm just some parapus orphan from the slums. I was never supposed to outlive any prince. Was he killed here?
No. It all happened in the bunk room in the back. We moved him here to the altar once all was quiet. I don't know if you'd believe me, but I received a revelation. Should the prince die, his body should be kept safe and still here until a rightful day comes, even if the boy is but a bastard sired by that despicable man. He is still Her Majesty's son.
Despicable? What, you mean the king? Wait, who's Her Majesty?
Do you know nothing of the child's mother? The boy was not brought across borders to us. He was born here, in the ancient sanctum. His mother was our past chiefess, the queen of our elder tribe. She was a flower amidst the forests, a woman of such beauty, grace, and kindness. She saved this child from the flames. And it cost her her life. Her death is on that man's hands. Like a piper, he wandered in and seduced the young queen with his idealistic tales. But he failed to protect his family and died powerless. The village was only set ablaze because the boy was in the way of the Sanctus Church's designs on the throne. And that insipid king could do nothing to stop them. But you see, this boy, His Highness the Prince, looks so much like Her Majesty. And so... You there, boy. Are you perhaps... no, it can't be. And yet...
Is something amiss, Milady Gruade? He is one of Gallica's allies. His loyalty stands with His Highness, and he has risked much in the prince's name.
Whoa! What's with the formal introduction? You were the one who gave us our orders in the first place.
Hurry.
I hear that voice again coming from somewhere.
Hey, are you okay?
The time has come. Here thou camest to the end of thy journey. This secret place was home to thee. Now, remember thy path thus far. Walk thy life's road and see it anew. I have been waiting for thee to overcome thy trials. Long have I waited for thy return. Know this, his life is not yet ended.
This voice.
It's gotta be the queen.
It all started on that ill-fated day when the usurper thought to extinguish his light. Before he fades away, recount all thou hast seen and felt, all thou hast gained in thy journey's course.
I look now to the past. I see the road I traveled on this journey.
Gallica and thee sought to take the head of Louise, but thy efforts came to naught. So, ye moved instead to join a tournament to decide the land's king.
In the prince's name.
Though thy plan was reckless, thou didst win the trust of the people by the support of peers and subjects alike. Thus, thou didst declare thyself the prince.
It was all for victory.
After overcoming many obstacles, thou didst finally lift the prince's curse. Yet by the cruel machinations of another, the young prince,
He is no longer with us.
thy sole mission was to save the prince. Bereft of him, thou hast no further reason to live.
That's not true.
If the prince is dead, wert thy efforts all for naught?
He's not dead.
So thy resolve is yet unbroken. So be it. Thou hast earned the truth. He was consumed by the curse, and was taken by a deep, abiding slumber. Yet his soul remained alive. So from his earthly form, I extracted his soul, that he might travel the land in Odyssey. And thus, his stilled sands began to flow once more. Thy journey hast taken thee far, and taught thee much. So now I ask thee, who art thou?
I'm nobody.
Indeed. Thou art nobody, and thou hast nothing. To name but a few, thy parents, memories of thy youth. Hast thou any recollection of where and how thy youngest years were spent? Yes, thy memories begin the moment thou befriend the prince. Dost thou suspect the reason?
I just don't remember.
Then search thy mind. Thou knowest the truth in thy heart, surely. Thou hast nothing. Thou art a being of mine own creation. 'Twas Gallica alone who the Resistance laid their hopes upon all those days past. Thy life had yet to begin. All thou hadst, all that had been bestowed, was a memory. Thy mission to save the prince. Thy memories of youth in the prince's company, and the void enshrouding all else in thy past. All signs of thy conjured existence.
I have nothing?
Nay, the words of the prince in thy memory are unmistakably of his true heart. The memories gained on thy journey, the friendships made, the trust forged. These true things art thine own. All thy trials, all thy experiences, wert to prepare thee for this day. To share the strength thou hast gained with thy other self.
Do you mean...
The trust and friendship I've gained has been there to support me. But if they'd known I came from nothing, that I am nothing, would people have stood by me, believed in me? And the same goes for the desire to help anyone in need. How is it that I've touted such a laughably idealistic belief this long?
Accept the truth, and thou wilt face an ordeal beyond any you have yet faced. If thy desire is instead for freedom, thou mayest still abandon thy mission, and end it here.
Is that right?
I see my true identity is...
So I bid thee answer my final question. Who art thou in truth?
I am... the prince.
What is this? I feel a curious resonance.
Could this be? But how? Impossible.
Hey, what's going on?
What awaits us now?
Ah, life is not yet lost. Thou wert born apart from the prince's flesh, born of his desire to change the world. In his stead didst thou travel the world. Thou didst support his heart, and became his living fantasy. That is thy true self. Thou art everything the prince sought to be, his ideal. It all began with the novel in thy possession. Drawn by the divine relic, Magla coalesced into flesh, and flesh coalesced into form. The form of an elder, as I once was. Time hath come. Awaken, reborn anew. No more the prince's dream of utopia thou wouldst chase. Nay, but thine own.
What? What is this?
What's happened?
Thou hast done well to guide him this far.
This voice. I'm sure I've heard it before.
Thy mind should now be clearing. Remember now thy true charge. He was never a member of the Resistance. The mission, the departure, was thine alone. And thereafter didst thou encounter him.
Who are you? Wait, what am I saying?
In those long ago days, he had just been born into this land. Newborn in form, if not in appearance. The boy needed a guide. Thus, I decided his memories would be thine. Thou wouldst share past and purpose, a memory so crafted to suit thee. My journey to the capital would not be made alone, but alongside him.
No, that can't be. He was there when we got our orders.
I never thought I would have to ask this of you. But there are so few of us left now. There is no one else to turn to. Will you infiltrate the military to deliver a message to our contact there? This is your mission. For all our sakes, you cannot fail.
No! But... I was alone?
By this choice, he might be saved. By these gentle, necessary lies, we could live to see this day, when our dearest wish is fulfilled. As he traveled alongside thee, he gained both strength and wisdom. It is only by thy efforts that my voice reached him. He has now been saved. And so the journey ends here. Thou hast fulfilled thy mission admirably.
What? Wait just a minute. What do you mean, it ends here?
From here on, thy path is thy own. Choose thy own future for thyself, and may the fates smile on thy journey.
How do we make sense of this?
Is it really you? How... I mean, how do you feel?
I feel fine, I think.
There seems to be no doubt. He is still himself, but I also sense His Highness within him.
Everyone? I need to tell you something. The truth is,
So let me get this straight. You're saying it's not a matter of our captain and His Highness joining together, but that the former was this disembodied entity sprung from the latter?
Then that's why he had no memories? 'Cause he didn't even exist?
I see. Finally, I understand the strange feeling I had sensed upon our meeting. What shaped you, so to speak, was the prince's will itself, a part of his consciousness. Yes, the prince's very heart. He was his soul given flesh. Perhaps the form we knew was one shaped by material Magla, much like how the dragon god manifests beyond the vessel Drakadios.
a mass of Magla with a will. Forget the dragon god. He may as well have been a dragon himself. Small wonder he awakened to an archetype before anyone else. It was no great aptitude for magic. He himself was composed of pure Magla.
The self, as a manifestation of one's desires. Similar to archetypes. I suppose this is the very essence of magic.
You mean to say that it was not merely pretense to claim the prince's name? He truly was His Highness all along?
If that's true, this is finally your reunion with your sworn liege. Seems like cause for rejoicing, eh? Lady Hulkenberg of the Royal Guard.
But I failed to protect His Highness.
No. I am sure the strength of your devotion had a hand in saving him.
While all and sundry believed the lad had shuffled off, you alone kept the faith, milady. And in the end, that faith was rewarded.
Fate was changed.
Are you really His Royal Highness the Prince? Please, please, forgive me, Your Highness. I failed you when you needed me most. And more, despite being a member of your Royal Guard, I did not recognize Your Highness at our meeting and showed you such insolence.
Actually, you've been there for me this whole time.
He's right, you know. If we'd not met you, we'd certainly never have made it this far.
This time, I will protect you. Even should it cost me my very life. I swear to it.
Finally, we've done Grius proud. We've really done it.
By the way, what are we supposed to call you now? I mean, how would you prefer to be addressed, my lord?
Captain. Same as always.
No, Your Highness! With all respect, I must object.
But this is no time to be thick-headed, Miguel. He's the one who gets to decide what we bally call him, so we'll listen to him, eh? What?
You, sir, should be begging His Highness for forgiveness on bended knee. You mangled the royal runner to your own whimsy, you lout!
Well, that is, I mean, it was all dashed useful in the end, wasn't it? A bit of clemency, Your Highness.
So much for acting same as always.
It's beyond belief. Not just that a child who'd lain cold for years could come back to us, but
through such extraordinary circumstances. After so long in the curse's thrall, he could not even open his eyes. He may as well have been a corpse. But all this time, he had been on his own journey. It was the boy's dearest wish. He spoke of a fantasy of traveling the world, meeting its people, seeing its truths. And without him even knowing, magic made it real. He is a child of Eldan blood and Eldan legacy. All these years he spent in the village, he has rested near the secret of true magic. Perhaps this is how it came to be.
His was a fantasy surpassing fantasy. It became more than a dream, but a self-possessed force acting of its own volition. And now, reunited, Prince and fantasy live anew.
A journey to discover and reclaim the self, in all senses. No wonder he set off the custom igniter in the Royal Gauntlet Runner. It was the Crown Prince himself.
Even having it all explained like this, it feels like nothing short of a miracle.
I can only guess that fate had a hand in it.
That's right. I remember, I heard a voice. Guide him, it said.
What's this all of a sudden?
If you can't remember anything from before our journey, then we probably met after you'd only just... happened, right? I shouldn't have known you then. But for some reason, I was convinced that we'd always been together. I thought we both received the order to save the prince, too. Ever since the moment I heard that weird voice guiding me.
A voice? Lady Gruade mentioned a revelation. Hold on, are we still being mystic and metaphorical, or was there an actual guide involved?
I know someone was guiding me. I just don't know who.
So a disembodied voice. Hang on. Come to think of it, that sounds a bit familiar for me too.
Hey, who do you think the voice belongs to? Any idea?
I have a faint idea, but I'm not entirely sure.
Come to think of it, this place, the light coming in, they seem familiar.
I might say the same. When I first acquired this power, I had a vision of somewhere not unlike these grounds.
Does this mean that we've been guided as well?
Perhaps someone has been at your side unseen, watching over the course of your journey. I imagine all this comes as a great shock for you as well. But here you are, back in your rightful place. You have come to the end of your arduous journey and found new life. It is a life well won, grasped with your own two hands.
Chiefess Gruade, we want to know everything. What is the truth behind your tribe, the Elder? We Mustari are also said to have inherited truths of the world before us. Histories hushed by sanctism. But this village, it is something altogether different. I myself feel a strange familiarity here. A lost haven underground, yet letting of the sky's light. Please, tell us, what is the Elder tribe?
To know what we are, you must first know our history. Come to the altar room past the door. I'll wait for you there.
Definitely gonna get the save. Oh, it's you, Gallica. Yeah, long time no see. I'm so happy you're safe. A long time. Has it really been so long? Oh, I suppose you're right.
Wow.
Guess you didn't miss me much. It's been several months, you know. Several months. Oh my, Gallica is keeping track of time now, is she?
What?
Huh? What do you mean? A day, a month, a year? That's people talk. What does time matter to a fairy? You're almost like them. But I guess that's kind of cool. Oh wow, it's Galaga.
Oh, wow!
I don't know why, but I'm so happy right now. Come on, Galaga, let's play. What should we do? What should we play?
About that.
I'm sorry, but I can't play right now. Another time, okay? What do you mean, can't? Are you really Galaga? Whatever though. When you can play, I'll be around.
Does this depict the Elder tribe?
Elda comes from an ancient word, meaning only the old ones. It was an alias given by our ancestors to outsiders who visited the village in the distant past. As for our original name, you know it well by now. We were humans.
The human tribe. So Luis's words.
There is no human tribe. Tribes, as we know them today, did not exist then. We were all one people. Humankind.
A world united. But wait. The ruins on Virga Island. There's nothing left of the civilization today. Was it destroyed? Why? How?
A war. One that all but destroyed the world past. But its destruction was born of the discovery of Magla. Or as you call it today, magic. Do you wonder what they battled over? Without the divided tribes, what could they have disagreed on? They were racked by division. Over the abstract, undefinable idea of rightness. They tried to destroy something invisible. And destroyed only themselves. And any idea of absolute rightness is born of fear. That fear flooded the world and gave way to war. And their age of prosperity came to be called the world before. The people we now call tribes were either born of artificial division for the sake of the war effort, or natural adaptation to survive the hellscape after.
Humanity was torn apart by fear and anxiety, giving rise to the tribes as we know them.
Unbelievable. We've met plenty of people caught up in pointless conflicts. Given the choice, I know they'd rather live in a world without tribal division. And yet the truth is, that world's already fallen apart. More than that, it's how we all got here.
Such drastic physical changes would normally have taken eons to effect. Accelerated by Magla, however, it was only a matter of a scant few centuries. You understand now, yes? We, the Elda, are the survivors of the old world. Our ancestors fled the flames of war and thus escaped the ensuing divisions.
That means the prince. That is to say, I am a scion of both the old world and the new.
It beggars belief. It is nothing short of astounding. But then, why do we know these monsters as humans?
By the war's end, both sides were consumed by fear. Their magical assaults escalated with each retaliation, until it was beyond all control. Our world became a hell. Rampant Magla distorts the body and mind. By now, I'm sure you know that better than you ever wished to. Humans are what remains of that branch of humankind that succumbed to melancholia. Broken, horrifying testaments to their own mistakes in the war of magic. Some persist, breed, and multiply as any beast does. Others live centuries of agony before their lives burn out. Even we do not know the full scope of their nature. Regardless, when the 8 tribes settled in this land, our claim to the human legacy was forgotten. To the people, the name only meant slavering, insane monsters. Therefore, we took on an alias instead. The same one by which we are known today. The Elda.
So, The old world couldn't control its magic, and... Wait. How does the Sanctus Church fit in? All this revisionist history to spread their magic igniters.
Indeed, what are magic igniters to you? Tools for the Church to shackle the people, perhaps? Or weapons that hide magic's true potential? Am I close to the mark? In truth, it's the opposite. Igniters are tools made to limit magic. Restraints made in self-discipline, meant to avert a repeat of history's destructive mistakes. The Sanctus Church of today is muddied by greed, but its faith was born of good intentions. They once urged self-control, and thus control of one's personal magic. At times, they preached we must close our eyes to the truth when it would only lead us to ruin. By this benign tenet, history was obscured, and the Elder denounced.
I had no idea. There's a grim irony in that.
His Majesty only hid his son's ancestry to protect him. Yet in the end, that meant Forden could attack the village under any pretext he liked, his motives concealed.
With all that said, you have now reclaimed your true form. The friends that stand with you are of different tribes and ideologies, but of one mind. As you are now, you may walk the path of the rightful king. The path of a modern world, where the tribes walk as individuals, yet with mutual respect and cooperation.
The sovereign's power, thou king to be, entrusted with the will of the people. To bear their hopes is to be their rock in the storm, and to face anxiety in their names. Yet, anxiety itself is not something to blindly reject or desperately cast away. It begins with a simple thing, acknowledging its existence. Accept thy weakness, walk forward alongside it, and thou wilt grow strong and true in its company.
There is weakness in people. I'm sure there are many who would say that helping anyone in need is nothing but a fantasy.
And besides...
But realistic or not, I refuse to accept Luis's methods as the alternative. The weak and those who dissent don't deserve to die out, as though that's the natural order. My determination to challenge the unknown has awakened the heroic embodiment of the prince. Let's do it. If no one understands me right away, I accept that. There will still be meaning in showing them my convictions in the fight to come. That is my mission.
That's it. I've made up my mind. I'm with you to the end, no matter what.
Where is this coming from?
Before we got there, this guiding voice thing told me my duties were over. But what am I gonna do? Just go, okay, bye? Especially after we've come this far together? No. I'm going to face Luis with you, even if it is scary.
Even you've got to cope with anxiety, eh?
I realized something in our travels. Anxiety can lead people astray, but overcoming it makes a person stronger. There's always anxiety in the unknown. I know what it's like to be afraid of something I don't understand. That's why I think it's my duty to help people face and connect with their anxiety. Is that okay? From now on, it's not about orders. I'm with you, because I want to be.
I'll be counting on you as always.
Same here. Stick close to me, okay?
Well, we're past the worst of it. But the problem remains. Luis's dark magic. We've seen it turn the boy into a monster. And no doubt he can do it again.
A forbidden spell, turning sane mortals into the fearsome human monsters. In other words, a destabilizing magic, turning a person's magla into a snarl beyond control. This man named Luis, he may have his own past in this ancient sanctum.
Luis has been here? What do you know of him?
What do you wish to know?
Who exactly is Luis?
Every time I heard of his doings in the wider world, I felt more and more sure that Luis is from this village. His knowledge of humans, his skills in magic, his grasp of darker arts. They're all beyond a mere soldier to begin with, however prodigious. As it happens, a name does occur. Among those old families who perished in the fire, there was one by the name of Caradrius, a family of doctors, I believe. In an effort to better heal the ills of the people, they had studied spells much like the ones he now exploits. The details are long since lost to the fire. But if Luis bears our legacy, that may be the reason for his vast knowledge.
Wait, what about Luis's ambition? The vision Rella saw? Do you think he actually wants to turn everyone in the kingdom into humans?
There is no known magic strong enough to turn many people at once, and none that can be cast quickly.
Even if it was possible, I don't know what it would accomplish. But this is Luis we're talking about. Who knows what he's thinking?
What do you wish to know?
What is this forbidden spell?
The essence of magic is in the control of Magla. However, just as its chaos may be calmed, it can also be deliberately pushed out of control. That was what you saw. He whipped your innate magic to a frenzy and you were lost to melancholia. Just as the humans of the ancient war once were. In every age, the cause and effect are the same. People learn fear, become slaves to their anxiety, suffer, and thus, the power of magic is born.
Pardon me. You mean to say anxiety is the source of all magic?
Magla is a substance born of the heart, generated when one feels anxiety or fear. By certain means, it may be kindled into power. That is what we call magic. In this way, it is by virtue of the anxiety in our hearts that we gain the power to overcome it. Magic is a natural process, and anxiety is its invaluable, irreducible fuel. But in turn, those burdened with more anxiety and fear produce more and more Magla from their hearts. Without the willpower to face your fear, the Magla overflows. Uncontrollable by magic, it can give rise to strange and terrible happenings as it manifests, with the world embroiled in chaos. These outbursts of swollen magic may be happening all across our kingdom.
'Tis the answer to everything. The melancholia crystals, the beasts driven feral. The very land is erupting with the weight of its people's fears.
Hold on. If Luis's art is rooted in bringing out this chaos, then anyone might be next. He said he became a monster because he's Elder, but that wasn't the complete story. If what you say is true...
Indeed. All people today are ultimately descendants of humankind. If Luis so chooses, he could turn anyone into a human monster. Yet as long as you have the strength to confront your fears, even this transformation may be defied and overcome.
But if he would turn people into humans, if in the unlikely event that happens...
If there is any motive for such cruelty, it can only be hatred. If Luis is truly from this village, then their fire would have cost him everything. Such unjust tragedy could easily beget a thirst for revenge, even if it meant wielding a magic that twisted life into something terrible, instead of uplifting it. Indeed, it seems the opposite of an archetype. A truly dark power.
Who goes there? Someone flees!
That's him. The malformed assassin who struck at the prince. He's bound for the woods.
After him!
The mural depicts a scene from ancient history. Together, the three artworks form one large scene. 8 youths stand facing away from each other in a ring formation. At the center of the circle lies a corpse holding a flower. Each figure is from a different tribe. Perhaps the corpse belongs to an Elda. All 8 have their backs to the body. The artwork is titled Trike Birth of the Tribes. I've never felt more at peace than here. I've flitted around a lot, but this village and especially this place is just so relaxing. Don't you agree?
Oh, it's you!
Oh, really? There's just this aura that draws us fairies in. Shame you people can't feel it.
And yet...
This village sure does have a lot of fairies, more than I've seen in any other place I've been actually. Yeah, we don't tend to stick around in one place for very long, but I guess this place is the exception. Isn't it just like a fairy to find somewhere we like and stay there for as long as we want? Are you leaving to the outside? I don't like how the outside feels anymore, so be careful, okay? After all, you just woke up from the longest nap ever. Well, see you later. See what this person has to say. Huh, Gallica, is that you? Wow, long time no see. Oh wow, Gallica, the funniest stuff happened while you were gone. Your friend totally fell into a pond. It was hilarious. And then get this. Are you busy or something? You look tired. We should talk more later though, okay? Alright, your friend is further in. I think you're late.
Alright then.
Let me see if I could go in here.
Huh?
Wait, is that you, Gallica? You're okay. You left in such a hurry, I was worried.
Well...
Sorry about that. I've been out traveling actually. I've got this really important mission. Oh wow, it must be pretty hard. I can tell just by looking at you. And I can tell you've changed a lot too. You're totally different. Is it because of this person you're with? You two are just like the king and fairy of legend. Yep, a long time ago there was a man who traveled all across the world and he had a fairy with him, just like you two. One day the traveler became a mighty king and his fairy companion became a wise and knowledgeable as the person, so everyone called her queen, more of a respect thing. That's the legend, pretty similar to you guys, huh? Queen, huh? But wait, what does the fairy do after the journey ended? Did she stay by the king's side? Who knows? I don't even know if the story's true or not, but if she did stay, I think that'd be lovely. A slab is engraved with a number of names. I believe these are the names of all the resistance members who've lost their lives so far.
Okay.
I'm sure that somewhere Greece is happy for us too. So we need to keep our heads up, okay?
But what is there to do now?
There's quite a clamor coming from the outside, isn't there? Oh, please don't let there be another incident.
Alright then.
Russell, is everyone safe? We are. We've had no casualties, however. We were swept aside like pebbles, unworthy of even a glance. I could do nothing but watch. I was powerless against him.
No.
There was little else that could have been done. Responsible as they were for the downfall of the resistance, any move we might have made would have resulted in needless sacrifices. I believe the intruder sensed the power of the prince's awakening and came to investigate. I don't know why he would have run away, but surely he has a plan. Tread carefully, please. Okay, let me check something real
What
quick.
now?
Where's the prince? It's right here. Dang, no weaknesses. Chronicle of the End.
All right.
Okay, we don't need Megiddo anymore, so let's go with Cyclone.
All right. All right.
Ready?
Stop! You. Zorba.
So it was you behind the attack?
Indeed it was. I killed the prince, though he died all too easily. And the odd thing was, his aura felt awfully similar to yours. So I decided to bide my time a while and listen. And it's a good thing I did. There really is something stranger going on. Who are you? Are you the prince or not? Whatever your answer, I must report back to Lord Luis.
Do you have any idea what Luis is really scheming? If he becomes king, everyone in this country is doomed.
If that is what Lord Luis so desires, then I shall see it done.
It's almost impressive how blind your faith in him is.
I suppose it's just easier to follow instead of thinking for himself. He's forgotten anything he really wants.
What did you intend to do? The crown is too heavy a burden for your reedy frame. Lord Luis is the true king, who will save the worthy. And you are nothing but a powerless imposter, only fit to be sacrificed.
He is no imposter, fiend. His Highness has finally taken his first steps on the road to victory. Here, at his journey's end, after enduring these countless hardships, he has become a true successor, a true ruler. Because he knows the people's suffering firsthand.
Well, imposter or not, it's all the same if he's a corpse.
And so I shall return the prince and his dying legacy to the underworld, where they belong. Bastard! I wondered why you ran away, but it was all to lure us straight to this monstrosity.
Keep your guard up. The Melancholia is fueling his magic power.
We've come too far to be stopped by something like him. Let's put our power on full display.
The power of your newly earned archetype prince surges forth.
This guy shows up again just when we've unlocked some new power. Kinda feels like fate by now. Okay, time for a new fight. Stay on your toes.
Prince archetype unlocked. Prince is an archetype exclusive to the protagonist. You can now change it as you wish. It can act as support for all synthesis skills. It has unique traits not found in other archetypes, but none of its skills can be transferred.
Alright, let's take it down and then get after Zorba.
The blade's edge!
Don't
Looks
underestimate
like we
me.
can't brute force through this
I
one.
call upon a royal soul.
Oh, power of heroes! Oh, bolts of lightning! Oh, awesome souls, do your thing! Come forth, royal soul! Freeze!
Alright! I've got
I've got
weakness.
just-
Come on, help me out!
Watch me.
Raging fire!
By the swan.
For all that we strive for! Healing up!
Thank you.
That helped us out.
Thanks.
Okay, here I go. You're out of here. Destroying's my kind of thing.
Shield! We've got to do something about those apples! Let me handle those apples. Alright, leave it to me. Now it can't heal itself anymore. Don't waste your chance. Get in there!
Ice!
You hit their weakness! That's your own thing, Captain! Gale! You hit their weakness! Don't let us down,
Oh,
Juna!
power of heroes!
Burst force!
Attack was nullified?
Dang it.
Hulkenberg's
You
fighting
better
right
be
now.
ready.
Keep the enemy off.
My Babs, they're still breathing.
Let's see. Wind! How's that?
Don't underestimate.
Behold this power! It's regenerated the headwind! Here comes another round of wind attacks! Ow! Juna's knocked down! We gotta wake her up! Juna's down! Someone, quick! Get her back on her feet!
Here. Time for my
Hulkenberg's
I'm
high
ready
behind
whenever.
Titan. Keep the enemies off her!
You're out of here.
I won't hold back! Scour!
You hit their weakness!
I've
That's
got
your
just the
opening,
dance
Captain.
for you. You might say it's to die for. Let's get to you.
I knew you'd help.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Seizing your
Your
chance while
Highness.
Hulkenberg's anxious!
helped us out. Thanks.
Come here! Ah!
Withstood that, eh? Come forth, royal soul.
Push through!
I've got Persona Master! Raging fire! Stubborn, eh?
By the sworn. No.
Dark Knight. Oh, both a worthy foe after all.
More apples? Quick, knock them off again! We've regenerated the headwinds! Here comes another round of wind attacks! Legs are back to normal! Ugh! We've only just taken them out!
Here.
All right.
You're out of here. Right, Bob. They're still breathing.
It's okay.
Freeze! Wind! Come on!
This'll Persona Master! Ugh, that felt great!
Is everyone... Let justice prevail!
Not now.
Let us fight as one! Let's do this! Success!
Wind God's Gale.
That'll do. I'll strive for greater heights.
I shall rise to the...
I shall strive to...
Excellent!
Power can be so...
Feels like I'm making progress. The bastard got away.
I say, you chaps boggle the mind. It's no mean feat to fight on even footing with a human.
I'd hoped as much. You may yet have the power to face Luis at his full strength.
It's good to see you're safe. We've certainly taken these powers a long way. Maybe we thought ourselves invincible, but don't worry. At long last, the prince is safe. In a manner of speaking. Everything's going according to plan.
Still, what's our next move? The people think you a monster. Will not find any public backing like this.
Alces once said that His Highness the Prince was a soul born into adversity. He is royalty and elder both, heir to the legacies of heaven and earth. He is water and fire, in condemned conflux. When the day comes that His Highness may be revered as the good ruler he can be, then the world will truly be free of prejudice. And that, he said, is why we fight.
In his own words, huh? We have to fight for what he believed in. All the more reason we can't turn from this.
Right.
Years of prejudice won't go away overnight. Nothing could accomplish that. But if we don't believe things can change, they never will.
Come what may, my life is a shield raised in your highness's name. Are you prepared to fight Luis to the bitter end?
We fight him together.
Yes. By our efforts, we will stop Luis's reign.
If he ends up king, he'll be sending all traitors to the gallows. Not just us, but any innocent folks he doesn't find use for.
We've lost too many lives along this journey. If Luis has his way with the world, such partings would become all too common. We have to stop him.
Look, I'm never giving up hope either, okay? All we have to do is beat him, right?
Looking forward to the victory song.
Well, we've got bigger things to worry about now. But I can't wait to sing it.
You... I'm still amazed. You really do look just like your mother. Truly, you are a child of fate. Your mother, she loved your father, and you with all her heart. The injustice that befell this village is not your fault. But listen well. Once you leave this village, you cannot return until you have fulfilled your ambitions. After all, an old crone like me can't take care of you forever. If you want to overcome your hardest challenges, you'll have to face them yourself. The world's fate is in your hands. Please, put an end to the tragedies of humankind's failures.
Thank you for everything.
Our final battle lies ahead. We cannot lose. Yet, before all else, His Highness has only just awoken. Let us rest in the Gauntlet Runner for today, and advance to the royal capital tomorrow.
It's a bit strange, isn't it? I was convinced we'd been together for a long time. But I can't believe we've only just met. The beginning of my journey may have been a false memory. But my journey with you and the memories we've made, those are all real. Well, guess I'm repeating myself. But I'm glad we're working together.
Stay beside me forever.
Wow. When you put it like that, you're gonna make me blush. But thanks.
Having overcome her trial, I can sense newfound conviction from Gallica as both an ally and a friend.
The mystical fairy, Gallica. She who still keeps the virtues of the mage. Your tempered bond has become a fire-forged trust. Thus, a new pinnacle of heroism awakens within thee. By the grace of her newfound powers, work together to give truth to our hopes and fulfill thy destiny.
We've got the path to tomorrow in front of us, and I'm gonna lead the way.
Dang, let's go.
When things get tough, remember this magic. The music meant for you will play in your head.
This is the magic of music that Gallica cast for me once. Now that I think about it, it may have helped me in ways I didn't realize.
By the way, the chiefess told me something about your novel. Apparently your parents gave you that book when you were still just a kid. I wonder what your parents wanted you to get from reading it. What they hoped for you, I guess. I suppose you'll have to find out for yourself.
This book is the legacy of my parents, the late king of Uchronia and the queen of the Eldan Sanctum. Perhaps the utopia depicted in this book wasn't a mere fantasy, but ideas of the old world passed down in the Sanctum.
The part we're reading today is the last chapter. It's about the ruler of this ideal world. Let's read it together. The last chapter is about the ruler of a utopia. The one who governs this utopia must have an unwavering will. To maintain justice in this world, there are innumerable obstacles to overcome, yet, as long as one lives by their ideals, those who support them are sure to follow. And utopia is not the creation of a single mind or a single power. It is a world shaped by all its people. The last part sounds a little more metaphorical, There's a little more. However, even a utopia may one day fray at the edges, and its people may come to conflict over the question of what is right. What is a true utopia? What is a true ruler? None have yet found the answers to these questions.
Then true utopia has never been achieved. The so-called utopia depicted within the novel was based on the old world, but it fell into ruin and was destroyed by war. So if this book traces the trajectory of the old world, are these truly the ideals we're striving for? It seems rather the opposite.
So even the author of this book struggled with these questions. And if you become king, you'll have plenty of tough questions and struggles to face yourself. Lady Gruaday mentioned the king was a real idealist when he first arrived at the village, that little by little. The pains of reality crushed his hope. And he even lost his son. In the end, his will was broken. He didn't lift a finger to stop the church's rise to power. With that in mind, I can honestly see why people would be drawn to Luis. His values are radical and cruel, but he's devoted to them. Unshakable, even. But we can't lose either. For the sake of everyone who has believed in us along the way.
Even if I were to win the throne, there's no guarantee my idealistic vision could ever become a reality. And yet, what choice is there but to believe in them and fight on? The alternative is to accept that nothing will change.
You've got the power to change the world. And the one who gave it to you was, well, yourself. And that's what I'm going to help you with. That's my mission. My real mission. And I'm going to see it through.
After discussing the novel and our ideals with Gallica, I closed my eyes. Academia, it seems that I've been summoned by Moore in a dream.
I saw what happened. So, you found a way to unequivocally shape your destiny. As far as I know, there is no record of your newly acquired archetype ever being used, even in ancient times. An archetype whose existence was only theoretical, known to some scholars as the magic of true sovereignty. Indeed, a power of legend. I once said that to be Elder was your inescapable fate. However, it seems the truth was more complex than that. Magic is a process by which we confront fate and tame anxiety. And archetypes are its essence. They are manifestations of a resolve capable of heroic virtue. So then, what do you think is the foremost, most inescapable fate a person must bear?
The foremost fate? Not really sure, but for me to be me, and for you to be you? Or something like that.
Indeed. It is birth that is inescapable. You cannot choose who you are born to. And once your familial place is determined, that fate cannot be changed. Yet by some strange tangle of destiny, you were given a choice that the very act of existence denies most people. By your own will, you were born again as a prince. Do you understand? You stand on the threshold of truly becoming a ruler. Not as an unearned title of bloodline's chance, nor as a mere authority over people. You have taken control of your life. You are ready to rule your very self. That is what it truly means to be a hero. And it is the crux of the power that is awakened within you. What glorious coincidence indeed, that I, as a scholar of archetypes, might cross paths with and witness such a remarkably fated boy. It almost bespeaks.
Indeed, 'tis his hands that bear our fate.
Who? I remember. I know that I know this voice. Had I forgotten it all this time? Yes. I swear I've heard it before. And I let it slip from my mind. Who are you? You with this voice that moves hearts. Speak. Who are you? Why have you awakened this boy to his power?
If it is answers you seek, then go and claim them.
Are you? Could you be?
As for you, I bid thee awaken. Move onward to thy final ordeal. Take thy place at the final proving of the Ascension of Kings.
My consciousness faded away and I was sent back to my sleep. I'm reminded that Moore was the author of the fantasy novel. Has Moore visited the ancient Eldan sanctum?
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Okay, all our preparations are just about set. Now that this is actually happening, I've got some pre-show jitters.
All this royalty? I always felt they lived in a different world to the likes of me. Never figured I'd be walking alongside one myself.
'Tis proof that bloodline decides nothing. We are one people living in a shared world.
Looks like this is gonna be our last mission. Any final words you want to say?
We can't give up. Stand strong to the end.
Of course. No way we're losing here. I've got the fire in my eyes now.
About the new stuff you've felt and learned since becoming the prince. Can I ask you one more thing? Why is it that you want to be king? It's not about honor or power, is it?
I want to protect this country and its people.
'Tis the answer I hoped for. As your knight, I will ever serve you with all my soul and ability.
Well, I guess this means we're ready as we're gonna be.
Really?
This place...
Let's move!
Oh,
Come on. Let's move!
You see?
I doubt all in Grand Trad will give us a warm reception. Still, should we choose not to fight, then Luis's victims only pile higher. Easy to say we'll help anyone, but doing it's a whole nother thing. All the more reason we gotta prove we're serious by putting our lives on the line. We'll lead by example. Besides, it won't be the first time we've crawled our way up from the bottom.
After having made so many sacrifices, the group has gained new powers and ascertained new truths. Their arch-enemy, Luis, already has one hand on the throne. Even so, they march ever forward, spirits rekindled by battle. They head to Grand Trad, for the fight is far from over.
That Eldan boy is nowhere to be found. I suppose it's only a matter of time until Luis takes the throne.
Speaking of which, I don't see the general.
The voice of the pro-Luis faction became too overwhelming. He was ultimately forced out of his position. Why is this happening? Even if the Sanctus Church's favor has collapsed, why is it that Luis alone is reaping the benefits?
The public mind is the same as it's always been. It's too difficult to find answers in themselves, so they follow those who provide. We've certainly relied on that ourselves.
It's always easier to follow than to have to make all the risks yourself. Now that we are out of ideas, what can we do?
Can you imagine Luis on the throne? Can you imagine what he'd do with us? We'd be the first on the chopping block. Do we hide? Run? Our ships are in port.
Is this really the time for idle chit-chat?
Who are you?
Just a passing wastrel. Thought I'd drop in for a word since I was in the area. You might have one way to survive.
Well then, let us depart.
Lord Luis, your pardon. We've encountered an unexpected snag. I killed the prince in the Eldan village. I confirmed his death, yet it appears the boy candidate has merged with his corpse. It seems the prince is now resurrected.
Resurrected?
Yes, and what's more, The boy candidate was the actual prince after all. Something about his soul having traveled independently, and then returning to his corporeal body.
I see. So his ideal form was spun from Magla. Whatever the case, this means the land's true prince has reawakened in his sanctum. How interesting. After these long years, my chase may finally come to an end. My nemesis waits.
Lord Luis, what is it about that bastard that fascinates you? Yeah, I won't let it end like this. I have to do better. I need more power. I will show Lord Luis I am worthy of his gaze.
We'll soon be arriving above the royal capital.
Excellent. As planned, increase altitude and enter the royal palace in the sky.
Are you certain? We'll be heading directly to His Majesty, the former king, and...
Rest assured, that old fool is powerless to stop me now. Proceed.
Understood.
Let the final banquet begin.
Come on, any takers? Any bets for the other candidates? Remember, if Luis loses, a silver coin could turn into mountains of Reeve.
What are you trying to say? You think Count Luis is going to lose?
Oh no, of course not. I'm just saying.
I'll call that bet. All in on His Highness the Prince.
A sanctist bigwig gambling away his tithes? This really is the end of the world. Didn't know his esteemed princeliness had any supporters left.
I mean, he's not really the prince, is he? Was actually a monster in disguise all along. Haven't you heard the news? The times we live in, I'll tell you.
Must be tough, being an easy mark. It didn't take much for you to buy everything Luis was selling about the prince. The fireworks went off the moment he said, "Behold." Remember? You don't think there's any chance Luis orchestrated the entire thing?
Oi, churchman! You've seen Count Luis lie to us? You think he cast some big illusion?
An illusion, eh? What if I said it's a power more dangerous than that? Always struck me as odd. We all know Luis, the mighty human slayer, but how does he keep finding the things one after another? Seems a bit convenient, if you ask me. Like he knows in advance where these monsters will appear to cause havoc.
Easy to nitpick and gripe about him, isn't it, churchman? Maybe someone needs to shut you up.
All right. Let's keep things civil, eh? No sense becoming a monster yourself.
Oi! What's all this fuss about? Damn it! When Count Luis is king, you'll all be the first at the gallows. You'll die just like Forden.
Well, they're probably just as anxious as the rest of us. All that yelling and thrashing helps fight it off. Humans have been sighted near the capital, after all.
It's more than that. Pockets of society have resented the upper class for ages now, but this might be the spark that lights the kindling. Luis's respect for power is certainly cruel, but it's fair to an extent. Those of us pushing the status quo have always struggled to understand the appeal.
Even then, everyone's on edge. They'll jump at any excuse to argue and snarl at each other. Never seen it this bad. Not normal, I say.
Blind fanaticism and doom go hand in hand. If we don't find some common ground soon, it'll collapse beneath us. Luis left saying that he'd be waiting at the royal capital. Only one place he could be. All eyes are on his Skyrunner as it rises to the flying palace. What are we about to see?
Ah, the royal palace. It's been a while. Do you hear me, O king? Stubborn and deathless? This country is distorted. You and the other titled authorities decide who grows fat and who is devoured. The country knows no war only because our very core is built upon a system of societal predator and prey. It cannot be defied from within. That is peace, but not order. Hand over the royal scepter. The game is over. The country needs change, and I will provide it.
Thou impertinent faith-breaker, hast thou no shame in preempting the day of judgment?
Do you presume yourself a god? Is that why you wrought your face in stone and took it to the heavens? You're nothing. Just an ordinary, broken old man.
How wouldst thou wield the king's magic? To what end?
To purify all that your kind have left to rot. You threw away your ideals, but I will never make that mistake.
Only the people's chosen may take the throne. The royal scepter and its resting place remain beyond you.
This royal scepter, the royal magic. Did you think that only generations of kings were aware of their secrets? Why someone can manipulate world-changing power by use of only a single scepter? Why only those supported by the people can use it? Listen well, O king. The truth behind the royal magic. Huh. So it's true. The country truly is putrid with sin. In other words, if I took hold of it now, then I would have the power to change the world itself.
How didst thou learn of this?
How?
Thou wert Eldan.
You were not always blind to this country's rot. When you visited our sanctum, I saw and knew the passion in your heart. And yet, what happened to our village? What happened to this country?
Oh.
You cannot stop me any longer. Nor can anyone else. Save one lone possibility.
Snatching victory from the maw of catastrophe, the party descends again on the royal capital, Grand Tran. But they are greeted only by ominous skies. Their return hardly counts as a triumph, considering how they departed. Anticipating conflict, the Gauntlet Runner comes to a quiet stop.
What the hell's wrong with the sky?
Isn't that... Oi! That monster boy's come back!
Ah, that's why the sky's grown so hellish. The half-dead bastard returns with his head held high.
A more aggressive welcome than I expected. Would any introductions help them to understand?
It's useless. Words are cheap. Still, we should walk with pride instead of trying to keep our heads down.
True enough.
His Royal Highness, the Prince, returns! Luis distorted his form through strange and terrible magics, but the curse is now dispelled. His true form has been restored!
Oi, if that's really His Highness, then tell us why in His Majesty in the sky stop all this bloodshed?
Cause he's an imposter! Just like Count Luis said! You'll not fool us again, beast!
Oi, calm down. At least listen. And you! Never thought I'd see one of the Magnus brothers standing against Count Luis, even the thick one. He took in a Paripus like you, and you spit on him. Scum! Only thing traitors deserve is a tight rope and a stiff beam. And you want us to support the prince?
Lady Juno, I can't believe this. I admired you. Why would you risk dying alongside some fake prince? I don't intend on dying with anyone. Besides, I'm still me, whoever I'm standing with.
Hey, you chief! Weren't you the wretch who got kicked out of the knighthood? Now you're with this pack of throne chasers. Shame. Shame! Mustari girl! You ungrateful pagan! Count Luis brought down the Sanctus Church for you! How dare you strike out at him? They're all traitors, I say!
What is all this? The truth of the prince hardly matters to them. Every one of them's only concerned with their own emotions, and nothing else.
We'll have your heads on pike soon enough. Leave! Get out of our royal capital!
If they're just monsters, we can deal with them ourselves. How about it?
This is bad. They really are out for our blood. Has everyone gone insane?
Oi! Over here! Don't bother with them! No talking this one out. You need to run! Now!
We weren't away from the city that long. What happened? Why are all the people so bloodthirsty now?
The prince turning into a monster before their eyes still lingers in their minds. After all, a monster entered into their society disguised as a person.
No, that's not...
I know, it's not true. But truth and how it appears to the citizens are different beasts. Moreover, humans have been sighted closer than ever before. The royal capital's populace is unused to danger, so they've become suspicious of each other. How fares your neighbor? Do you run in circles with monsters in disguise? Are questions on the tip of every tongue. Ever since Forden's death, Luis has everyone on a knife edge. He's erratic, and nobody knows how he'll react to those who defy him if push comes to shove.
So, at the core of it, people are scared witless, and they cling to Luis as a savior, rather than the devil he is.
You well know that Luis cares not one whit about social status, especially as a token of birthright. No amount of wealth or standing can buy his protection. So even those who may have opposed him at first now counsel that condemning him would be imprudent, as it puts their safety at risk.
Then we're stuffed. He won't save anyone, and oh yeah, he can create humans, by the way.
Oh, that's all true then. I have my suspicions, but it's still a bit of a jolt. This all said, in my humble opinion, what we're seeing in the people now has been in the works for some time. Now, has the tournament for the throne truly ever been a fair contest? The Sanctus Church bent it to its whim, and I abetted that. To my shame. Before I met you people, I didn't have much to me but anger and quips. Yeah, I'd rant and snipe and have my cynical little discourse, but I'd only looked to others for change. Now maybe that outlook's our real enemy. Blind fanaticism, like I had. Even if there's no malice to it, it's a dangerous thing. Hard to think clear when your mind's a muddy stream.
We've been told Magla is born from people's anxiety. Perhaps the proof is now before our eyes.
Kind of ironic. But we have to do something about it. If we don't, they'll never listen. We'll only ever be seen as an enemy.
I had the inn prepared. They won't let anyone in but you lot. Let's head there for now, shall we?
Doris is heading back to the Gauntlet Runner. It seems like the city has calmed down at least a tiny bit. It'd have a hard time wrecking our Gauntlet Runner, but we still shouldn't chance it. We should make our way over to the hushed honeybee. Everyone else has already gone ahead.
Smash it all to bits!
Everyone, I'm glad you made it back in one piece.
Since you left, Luisa's following has only grown.
Have you changed? You're still the same person, aren't you?
'Tis quite a story, but it deserves explaining. I only hope you can believe us.
Alright, wait a minute. Let me get this straight. I had thought all this business with declaring yourself the prince was a well-meaning bluff. But under the deception, you were, in fact, the actual prince. Is that right? Still, I mean, how do you get the whole country to believe your story? Is that even possible?
Frankly, I doubt it. We've just seen firsthand how far we'll get trying to talk the people down.
Then what will you do? If this goes on?
But you're still you, yes? You came to help everyone, just like you helped me before, right?
Yes, that's right. It'll all turn out fine.
Good.
I see. So, even if no one believes you, you're still determined to settle the score with Luis head on?
Even so, the gulf between us is wider than ever. The people have all but named him their champion. With so little time, a guileless appeal to the public may fall on deaf ears.
Hard luck for the honest knight. And not much room left for civil debate now that Luis is openly advocating killing his opposition. Well, that ship sailed when the king's magic faded. Anyway, if there is a key to turning the tide, first place I'd look is the castle in the sky. You saw how violent and volatile the city folk are now, but I don't think it's as simple as fearing Luis. I've been keeping an eye on the royal capital while you were off on your jaunt through the woods. Frankly, the change in public sentiment was too sudden, unnatural. It's as if they've been collectively drained of their sanity, and if I had to guess what's causing it...
You're implying it's Luis's doing? All the eeriness in the sky. Is that because...
Don't know, but the change in the citizens is certainly odd. If something really is forcing it, that means we might still have a chance to fix it.
What Luis is doing in the royal palace, whether or not he truly desires a world overrun by humans, we won't know his mind until we confront him.
On the other hand, it may well be bait for a trap.
There's gotta be something up there.
Then it's settled. Head to the royal palace and put a stop to whatever Luis is cooking up. With that Skyrunner, you're the only ones who can. And we'll fight in the ways we can too. We'll make sure the whole kingdom hears that the real prince is back after all the strife he's been through.
Indeed. If you can make things better, you might just inspire everyone to remember their own hopes and dreams. Maria's been terribly patient, waiting for you and believing in you. It'd be nice to see her smile again.
Right.
If Luis is behind all these disturbances, then stopping him will only help us in the approval ratings. If we can restore civility and rational thought, it'll pave the way to defeating Luis. We must press on with faith in that.
I'll always believe in you. We'll all do our best, so you can be a good king.
Indeed. If we win, I suppose you really will be king.
We're counting on you, O king.
'Tis too late today for a grand charge, I fear. Let us take a night's rest, and on the morrow, we make for the castle.
What to pick?
Good night.
The day of the hero draws near, which shall see the crowning of a new king. 31 days remain.
Jesus. God, 31 days. That's crazy.
To all the people who dwell in this land,
This voice?
Soon, naught but 1 month will remain. On the dawn of the Day of the Hero, the one who has inspired the greatest faith of the people shall inherit the kingdom. I bid thee forget not these words.
Wasn't expecting to wake up to such a spectacle, but I suppose that confirms it. This is where it ends.
Luis has already fortified himself behind the palace walls. Good thing we've got a Skyrunner, or it'd already be over for us.
Or perhaps it is us he has been waiting for all this time.
However disturbing the world looks now, 'tis only a prelude to the deadland Luis strives for.
Sky looks proper hellish already. And with all the humans out there, it's no wonder everyone's losing their grip.
Well, he wanted a fair world where strength decides everything. Funny how that's indistinguishable from absolute chaos.
But it's Luis who has the most support right now. And that wasn't born of deception. He broke the nation's order, and everyone knows it.
Sure enough. That's what got Ardell and I dreaming to begin with. Figured a world where the poor and weak get trampled on was a world worth breaking. Come to think of it, what do we all stand for, really?
Maybe hope.
A little broad, don't you think? I don't really know what everyone's talking about. But everyone who's seen you and your friends say you're amazing. You make them really, really happy. Because, you know, you've got all the tribes in your team. Everyone's different, but you keep working together and doing great. You're so cool.
A fair point. You're quite right, Maria. It is a hard thing to word, so forgive my fumbling. But perhaps it is a matter of standing for something Luis does not believe exists. We must prove that it does.
If you keep on believing in what you want, and you keep on working hard for it, it will come true.
That's right, love. I can think of plenty of people who would be much happier if they took a page from your book.
I see now. This is surely the essence of true magic.
Best of luck, Your Highness. After all those speeches about taking the throne, it'll be awfully irresponsible to go dying on us now.
If Luis claims victory, everyone will be sacrificed in his wake. We have to prevent that from happening. Whatever Luis is doing in the royal palace has to be stopped as soon as possible, and it's up to us to do it.
Right, thank you. Well, we'd best keep an eye on the calendar. The king's deadline was the dawn of the Day of the Hero, so we've got until the day before. And that won't be the end of things either. Even if people come to their senses, it would amount to nothing if Luis sits upon the throne. Personally, I think we should prioritize our main objective here. I'm sure we'd get it done, but we have to make sure we have at least one day to spare before the Day of the Hero.
We've got a few days left, so it's up to you how we spend them. When we set off, let's do it with no regrets. So Luis is hiding in the floating royal palace here. We have to stop him. I won't accept King Luis. That's... Here's where we are now. Let's see.
Let's put an end to this.
A mission with the deadline has begun to challenge the airborne palace depart from the round table in the Gauntlet Runner. Due to Magla disturbances throughout the kingdom, the entire country is experiencing dread weather. If this wasn't bad enough, be cautious of an inclement weather called Blight. The abilities of your followers and your supporters will be indispensable when it comes to surpassing Luis and being crowned the new king. Use this time to ensure you'll have no regrets when you depart. Prevent Luis's destruction, vision, and rescue the kingdom's future before the Day of the Hero arrives.
So?
You need to be absolutely sure that you're ready for anything before we head in. That place has definitely changed from the last time you were there. Okay, we've talked to Yufa.
Let's head there right away.
So we got in the recruitment center.
That's a rough one.
I need someone to defeat the great bird monster Kakamordos, and you're probably the only ones who can do it. It's legendary throughout Oceania. They say it's a Kakosados that's lived for hundreds of years, growing enormously strong as a result. In the past, it's appeared near Brylehaven each time a delegation is formed and dispatched to kill it. But they've all failed. The best they could ever do was wound it, but each and every time, it just fled back to some skybound ruins.
I see.
So it flew back to its perfect little hiding spot and no one could chase after it until we came along with its Skyrunner. Guess it really is up to us. Let's take it. Thank you. As it stands, the city is on the verge of succumbing to a total panic. In truth, the rumors about the beast are more worrying than the damage it's caused directly. The great monster bird brings plague and famine with it, they say. A plague? Is there any truth to that? It's just superstition, but in this day and age, the panic caused by such rumors can spread instantly, like flames across a parched field. The idea of this plague is adding anxiety to an already chaotic situation. A riot could break out at any moment. And we've got to stop it, so where can we find this bird monster? You know those mushroom-shaped rocks out in the Brylehaven Sea? At the top of one of those, there's a ruin known as the Manor of the Ascendant. Seems that bird happened upon the ruins some time ago and decided it'd be the perfect nest. It's not a place that just anyone can get to. There's undoubtedly plenty of danger waiting for you up there, but there are also rumors of fabulous treasure. At any rate, if you manage to slay Kakamordos, bring me the cockatrice crest as evidence. I'll give you your reward then.
Okay then.
A Kakosados that's lived for hundreds of years and got so strong they changed its name. We should probably pay a visit to Brylehaven Informant.
Let's do it.
This place is on a rock, right? Ruins on top of a rock sure is weird, huh? But we should be able to get there if we fly.
We'll face danger here.
Okay, now let's go after this. Bandit Chief Sistus.
That's a rough one.
Seems there's more than monsters causing trouble nowadays. This contract will require you to assassinate Founder Sistus, the leader of some religious fanatics. And by religion, I don't mean sanctism or even the pagans. This is just some nameless sect out there proclaiming death to the true salvation. They believe that if they die before the world is destroyed, they'll be reborn in a different one. They say the world of today is fated to end, and dying is our only means of rescue. If they kept their delusional fantasies to themselves, it wouldn't be our problem. But now they're attacking people near Grand Trad in the name of salvation.
I guess, but...
Yeah, that's going too far. They're no better than common bandits. Indeed, security in Grand Trad's bad enough with all that's going on, so this death cult is pushing us over the edge. Some have even started sympathizing with their ideology. By all accounts, it's chaos in Grand Trad right now. So please, for the sake of Grand Trad, end these attacks by ending Bandit Chief Sistus. Thank you. Frankly, there's not a moment to lose. Just between you and me, I've heard they've got their hands on a secret weapon that can kill people en masse and brought it to their hideout. It's pathetic that they got such a thing under our noses, but the military has its hand full keeping the peace and hunting down monsters. We need you right now. Bring me the Founder's Hatchet after the job's done. Deliver that and you get the reward. We don't know what they're up against, so it'd probably be good to talk to the informant in the royal capital first. They're holed up north of Grand Trad, in the disgraced ruins. I'll share the exact location.
Let's do it.
Who'd think there'd be ruins way out there? Just what are they planning in there? It's pretty far, but if we fly there we should arrive before the day ends.
We'll face danger here.
That's a rough one.
Much obliged for taking this contract. Everyone else has been reluctant to take it. See this place? Well, back during a famine, a plan was hatched to save food, and it involved abandoning the people there and leaving them to die. Of course, it's an antiquated practice these days. Rumor is the resentment of these unlucky people manifested into this monster. But if this creature, the Ordemos, is left as is, it's highly likely that it will start to terrorize the neighboring areas as well. That said, if the superstitions don't deter you, by all means take it down. What do you think? Will you do it? Let's take it. I know you look dependable. The place is called the Abandoned Path. Ordemos won't show its face willingly. You have to get its attention first by going after Rigopitia, a type of snake monster. The snakes, which has sharp senses, so it reports any intruders to Ordemos, which steps in to do the fighting. They've got something of a symbiotic relationship. Once you've taken down Ordemos, bring me back the bloodstained talent. You'll get the reward after returning that in. The informant should have more details too. Well, I'm counting on you.
Let's do it.
Thing is, we'll need to access the forest path by land. Flying's too risky given the volatile weather in the mountains.
We'll face danger here.
Okay, so that one's 7. Okay, so we're going for this one first.
Alright then. Let's go.
Get some requests out of the way too.
Ooh. Hello.
That outfit, aren't you the candidate who claims to be the prince? If you are possessed by princely skills, then I have a task for you. There's a place some distance from Altaberry called Mount Volcano. Could I ask you to look for the War King's legendary greatsword there? The story goes that ages ago, the War King united the land under his exemplary leadership. Even the sword he carried became the stuff of legends. It's said to be of stunning, awe-inspiring craftsmanship. I've traveled many leagues in hope of seeing it, and in fact, it's been 10 years since I first set out. It's just that Mount Volcano is a veritable den of monsters. No doubt I'd die before I found it. That's why I figured I might enlist someone so princely in my stead. Of course, I'll reward you handsomely, and you're sure to find other treasure there too. What say you?
I guess so.
It's hard to turn down treasure. We might find something we could use against Luis, or if not, we could sell it and buy something that is useful. What do you think? Want to go to Mount Volcano and look for this legendary greatsword? Let's go looking for the sword.
Much gratitude to you.
You'll really do it. You have my gratitude. I shall of course prepare a suitable reward. Not to mention the sword's yours to keep. I just want to see it. Nice. If we can swing it, then we get treasure and the legendary sword on top of it. Sounds kind of worth it to me. Remember, the greatsword is sealed within Mount Volcano.
Let's give it a shot.
Dia Franco Street.
That's where you want to go.
Mount Volcano should be around here. Despite it being a volcano, apparently it's safe.
We'll face danger here.
Help me, will ya?
Just don't let greed get the better of you. There are dangerous monsters there.
Yeah.
Of course, we know the difference between bravery and foolishness. We'll prepare accordingly.
Ooh. Alright then.
Okay, there's no requests here. There is a request here.
Go.
We need to check out the other cities.
Well, I'll not loiter. The world belongs to Lord Luis.
Hey?
Have you forgotten me already? Some people know me as the Queen of Cuisine though. I suppose that title is a little presumptuous to use in the company of an actual prince. Oh right, we met in Martira. You used to be a chef within the royal palace. Are you still on your journey to perfect the art of cooking? Correct. I once again have need of your talents, that unique point of view that allows you to create such unexpected and powerful dishes. I'll hear you out.
Whatever will I do?
During the course of my travels, a thought constantly crossed my mind. In times such as these, what can I cook to ease the hunger of those struggling to survive? I speak of those who can't afford gourmet cuisine. The most they can hope for is simple fare, which fills the stomach but leaves the heart empty. Therefore, what the world needs is a dish that, while compromised of plain ingredients, brings with it a colorful sweetness that brightens the drudgery of everyday life. A dish that's simple yet exciting. I like that idea, but honestly, I have no clue how to make something like that. When I think of food that quickens my pulse, the first thing that comes to mind is a sweet flavor. Nourishing lumi bees are a must, and so that everyone from wee children to the elderly may eat it in comfort. A fluffy texture would be perfect. I see. So we just need to make a dish that uses lumi bees and has a fluffy texture. Correct. If you would manage to whip up a dish that seems promising, simply return here and tell me all about it.
Give it a shot.
The world belongs to Lord Luis.
All right then. Where to?
Okay, no requests.
All right then. Where to?
Nothing yet. Oh, we got one right here.
Let's go. Luis, aren't you sad?
Hello.
Well, going out of your way to talk to him started like me. I admire your pluck, lad. You've piqued my interest, so let me share something with you I picked up in a tavern. It's about that old structure called the Forsaken Tower north of town here. It's teeming with powerful monsters, and none who step inside have ever stepped back out. I heard there's 3 such towers in the world, and apparently the number itself is insignificant. Anyway, to look at you and Elda with a ferry in tow, you wouldn't happen to be the hero who saved the island, would you?
Now what am I to
In
do?
that case, I think there's something in particular you should consider. You should hear. Consider this, top secret. Apparently there's some sort of legendary monster at the top. I've heard it's got something to do with a trial for obtaining a forbidden power. But that's about all I could tell you. Anyone who's looked into it hasn't survived to tell the tale. But considering you dealt with the dragon god and saved our island, if a forbidden power is real, I'd want it to go to a hero like you. I have no doubt the chief would agree, so I'll leave it to you to see if this legend rings true.
Cheers, eh?
If you want to dive a little deeper into the trial, try the informant in the tavern. I've got a lot of my information there.
Let's take a moment to prepare.
Jesus.
Please.
The more you
there's
risk,
anything you can do.
the more you stand to gain, I should hope. I'll be shoving off now, though. Best of luck out there.
All right.
A forbidden power in a Forsaken Tower. Fun. Shall we check it out? Alright, let's see if we could get the information right here, right now.
If Luis wins the crown, what will become of us?
My young lad, or rather, you're the prince now, aren't you? Good to see you again. But between you and me, a lot of Luis supporters come here now. Never seen so many drunken brawls. Sorry as I am to say it, not sure it's wise for you to be here.
If Luis wins
Fancy a
the
bit of
crown,
info?
what will become of us?
Money makes the world go round. As this saying goes, long as you've got it, you can do pretty much anything. So, what do you want to know?
Want in on this?
Heard this potion of blight, it's some sort of secret mustard concoction for Virga Island, as I recall. You'll need a strange material called parch water. Oh, okay, we already did this.
Hey,
I heard something's happening in the Forsaken Tower. Do you know anything?
on this?
The reckless type, are you? Heh, I like that. Unfortunately, I don't have any reliable information. How about a legend? The trial to obtain the forbidden power. Apparently to pass, you have to fight a ferociously mad bastard of a monster. Ahem. Long ago, a traveler returned from the tower and told this tale. According to him, the monster in there is an enormous beast unlike any in the world. It takes any attempt to ward against its attack an effort as an affront, and the devastating blow in retribution is a terror to behold. And that's all I know. No mention of what it looks like or anything. Might as all just be a load of bullocks anyway. Ha! Anyway, no one believes in such fairy tales these days, but it's true that something unusual is happening in the tower. Anyway, that's all I've got. If you want to find out what this trial is really all about, you'll have to go see for yourself.
Want in on this?
The Manor of the Ascendant is another of these places with fancy names. You can't get there without flying, so who knows who the hell built it, as it's nearly unapproachable. Most folk forget it exists. However, recently I heard a creature with a bounty placed on it fled there. That'd be the Cacamoordos. You heard of a Cacasados? It's similar to one of these. It's like a Cacasados. It prefers its prey soft and squishy, so it'll try and reduce your defense.
Just between us.
You'd better prepare ways to harden your defenses and use them often. Thankfully, it's also weak to ice. So as long as it doesn't come down from there, you're the only one who can defeat it. Good chance to show off, don't you think? If you come back safely, you'd better tell me how it went. Best of luck. Okay,
Alright. Where to?
let's go to Eteria, see if there's any requests. There is one.
Let's go.
Hello there.
I apologize for bringing this up at a time like this, but I have something I thought I should tell you. Lately, I've been searching through some old histories to review our true traditions, and I discovered something about a set of towers scattered throughout the country. A tower like that one place, right? Yeah, we're familiar. Oh, is that so? Then that makes things simpler. According to the books I've read, when Turmoil walks the world of men, a sign will appear in the towers 3 trials for 3 towers. Upon the hero who proves thrice worthy, a forbidden power that has been sealed away in this world will be bestowed. Essentially, 3 towers will appear, each with their own trial, and then whoever conquers them will obtain some kind of great unprecedented power. The nature of this power is unknown. However, judging by the description of worthy hero, I sense these trials of not only sheer strength, but honor and other like qualifications. Then the trials seek to test if one is worthy of power, and overcoming it confers one with the honor. Somehow it reminds me of royal magic. I dread to think about what would happen if Luis obtained it. I would much prefer it in your hands, but what do you think of it? Will you undertake these trials?
What will you do?
One tower is apparently south of our island here. It is called the Spire of Blind Faith, and it is known by some of the islanders. But for precise information, you'd best ask the informant. I hear there's a monster that's taken up residence there, so it might not hurt to go in with a bit more protection.
Let's take a moment to prepare.
Thank you.
As for the remaining 2 towers, Mustari living outside the island might know something about them.
Let's check.
We've got a good handle on the story. Mustari outside the island are rare, so it leaves a pretty strong impression when we do happen to meet one. Oh, have you? I have few methods of learning about things beyond the island's purview, so I've asked certain people to act as my eyes and ears. To be frank, I believe these trials will be dangerous ones. The books even say countless are those who have lost their lives, but I believe if anyone can overcome them, it's you. That's why I wanted to inform you of it so urgently. Heroes of our island, I pray for your good fortune in battle, and I hope this legend turns out to be a mighty power that you can use for the good of the world. Okay, sweet.
Right. Let's head there right away.
Should buy these potions. I like to use these.
All right then. Where to?
Okay, there's 2 requests here.
Let's go.
Okay, we're gonna go here, then go to the tavern for the informant, and then we're gonna head for that request.
So that's what it's come to.
Now of all times, with knowledge of this tower finally in hand, oh such woe is me.
What?
Did he say tower? Probably the same tower Edeni was talking about, right? An Elda with a fairy. You wouldn't be the heroes who saved the island, would you? 1,000 pardons. I've gotten excited and raised my voice, haven't I? I'm a Mustar researcher, you see, conducting an academic investigation into the island's folklore. Within them, the one thing that's drawn my interest lately is the legend of the 3 towers. I finally managed to pinpoint the location of one of these 3 spires, the Tower of Insolence, just north of this very town. However, it seems the tower is a monster's den, positively infested as it were. Given my current fortitude, I've regretfully had to put the requisite fieldwork on indefinite hold. Indeed, this must be the trial of the tower spoken of in the old tales, the one which grants a forbidden power to whomever so completes it. Oh, but inspiration has struck me like lightning. It occurs to me that perhaps indeed the hero that saved the island might have hardiness enough to complete such a trial. If there really is some forbidden power to be obtained, I'm sure it's safer in the hands of our illustrious hero. But I suppose that, having heard such astonishing tales, you're curious as to their veracity. It is certifiably true. Or is it as tall as the highest rise your mind can conjure? Well, there's but one way to know for certain, and that's to walk your way to the highest point of the Tower of Insolence, north of Altabury. Oh, and do ask an informant for the proper details. You'll be able to learn more about the trials itself as well, I presume.
Let's take a moment to prepare.
Okay, so they're all max level. I'm quite glad to endeavor of the tower is in the hands of one so capable. I'm beaming, in fact, that it is a hero's charge. And with that, I'll take my leave. Ever further research awaits me. Fare thee well.
That sounds right.
He talked up that tower enough to get me curious. We should look into it if we have the time.
You there? Why, you little... That?
Oh.
All right then.
But why?
Excuse me, could you possibly be the prince? There are all manner of unpleasant rumors floating around, but I don't believe a word of them. In truth, I've had my eye on you since the exhibition. And then after learning that your lineage was as remarkable as your deeds, I knew for certain you are worthy of being the next king. To show my appreciation for you, your highness, I have prepared a special promotion of sorts. I call it the Warm Heart Full Wallet Hot Spring Campaign. You have but to bathe in a hot spring, your highness, and you'll receive a reward. If you put some of the hot spring water you bathed into this vial and bring it to me as proof, I'll have 20,000 reeve to give you. Is that acceptable? So you're just gonna pay us to take a bath? That seems weird, shady even. Why, His Highness works so hard to save his people. I just want him to have a moment to relax and to offer a little extra monetary support. That is my sole desire. Will you accept this vial as a token of this humble merchant's goodwill? No problem.
Just sublime.
My word, such kindness. It is an honor to know you believe in me. The hot spring is here underneath Blue Sky Bridge. A bit gloomy, I know, especially being that it's only open at night, but the baths are a slice of heaven.
Help me out, would you?
You can always find me here. Please let me know when you've acquired the spring water.
Let's give it a shot. Okay then.
So there's a hot spring underneath Blue Sky Bridge. Well, head there if you want to take a bath.
All right then. Let's go.
Okay, time to get the information.
There's nothing to be done about it.
What more can I do? No harm in just keep this to yourself.
I hear something truly formidable has appeared in the Tower of Insolence. It's been going around among those of us in the information business, but the rumors are all based in legend, so naturally I'm somewhat skeptical. Would you mind telling us what you know? I pride myself on my information being factual, so know that what I'm about to tell you is merely speculation on a legend. A very long time ago, there was a man who returned from the tower. I can't speak to the veracity of this man's statements, but he claimed, "A foul miasma-ridden body none can pierce, and a glare that will curse you, your children, and your children's children." He left this mysterious message and then vanished. Just what did he see in there, I wonder. Logically, perhaps it refers to a monster immune to all attacks that curses its enemies. And yet, I merely offer my interpretation on an ancient legend. I feel like I'm disgracing my reputation just telling you the tale. Still, I have to admit, I am curious about what's actually in the tower. Do tell me if you find out. Just don't do anything that'll get you killed. Okay, so I need 7,000.
All right then. Let's go.
Greetings.
Now then. What now? All right then.
Let's go. What more can I do? No harm in just.
According to my sources, it's true that a monster has appeared at the abandoned path. As you may know, that's the forest where a group of people were said to have been abandoned, all for the sake of reducing the amount of mouths to feed during a famine. That story is merely a rumor, and even if it were true, it all happened a long time ago. Despite that, people still avoid going near that place. That may be why no one mentioned or no one noticed the monster until recently. The beast is in Ordemos, and it appears to have made the area its new home. It's a bipedal giant that becomes absolutely unimaginable once it goes berserk. When it builds up its strength, its attacks become absurdly powerful. After it powers itself up, you'll need to prioritize dispelling its power. Do so and it'll overextend itself, making it become weak. Seems like it's weak to dark, however, it'll repel electric, so don't bother with that. Thankfully, there are no villages in the area, but it's only a matter of time before it makes its way over to a populated area, so please eliminate it. Mount Volcano was once a mine. It's famous for the high-grade precious stones found there, but at some point monsters began to appear in the area. The miners tried their best to fight them off, but they never stood a chance. Now no one dares to go near that place save for a few bold fortune seekers who continue to plumb the mountain's resources. A wide variety of monsters now call the place home. What makes them unique is that they use attacks imbued with the dark affinity. They will try to inflict a hex upon you, which will cause their follow-up attack to do more damage. Keep this in mind if you truly intend to go there. Since the miners left, rumors have swirled about a rare treasure lying away on the mountain, but I can't verify these reports. If you fancy yourself a treasure hunter, it might be worth taking some time to look for this prize. Well then, I wish you luck.
Alright then.
Alright, let's get into it now. Okay, burst on to get. Thief and Faker.
All right then.
Let's go.
Let me hit the save real quick.
Preparations are... Now then.
Oh, I don't like that.
I think we have a favor to do there.
Here's the furnace with the bounty. Am I crazy, or has the number of bounties increased as of late? Yes, as if in concert with the people's unrest. Well, if nothing else, let our thorough handling of this be for them.
Well, let's roll then.
Aye, if fighting can help, you can count on me. Seems we can't touch down anywhere, so let's move in by land.
It's your call.
We'll have to make camp for tonight, but we'll arrive tomorrow. The question is, can we make it back by tomorrow night?
Great. Let's move out.
What to pick? All right then.
Let's go.
Sam.
You see in the sky, proper weird looking. If it's Luis who's behind it, then we've got one more reason to smack him down. But scribbling around will do us no good. Even the easy things will just go to rot. Just gotta take it slow and do what we can for now. Ah yeah, you feeling hungry? Wanted to thank you for coming along on my errand last time, yeah? So I figured I could cook you something. Fantastic. Well, table for one right this way. Good, innit? That's my tree-nut egg drop soup and honey glazed poison cacasado chicken. The food looks really great, actually. What's the matter? Lose your appetite? Oh, the poison. Nah, no worries, mate. Salt cured, yeah? I got all the actual toxins out. Ain't dangerous or anything. It's got a salty sweet glaze and leaves the tongue tingling for more.
Yeah?
See, good, eh?
Yeah.
More, please. You're only one bite in and you want more. Guess you really are keen on it. Truth is, wasn't long ago that I couldn't cook a thing. After the igniter experiments, my sense of taste got loads sharper. Couldn't eat much unless it tasted really nice. So I sorta picked up cooking to fend for myself.
Right.
Got an after dinner treat here too.
Yeah.
So here we got baked fruit sweets, right? Along with some Alento tea. The tea's bitter stuff, so I preserved the leaves and sugar. The gentle scent calms the heart.
I mean...
Alento's one of them what you call sedative herbs. I drink it myself on nights when the pain gets loud. That must be rough.
Just a sec.
Yeah, it can be. It's like something's trying to kill me from the inside sometimes.
Oh, right.
Reminds me, I never did get to telling you about these old wounds. Me and Del, we both grew up in the slums. Well, I call them slums, more just a trash dump. No parents or anything, so every day was pretty miserable. I went to enlist hoping we could afford to eat that way. They told me I was too young, but I got invited to be a part of some igniter development facility. Told me I'd be helping them test igniters before the soldiers got them, but they left out the part about testing them on us. If we lived or died didn't matter. Vinka was there too. You know, my mate who split his herbs with us. At the facility, you got room, board, and a bit of coin, slave wages. But if the igniters went unstable on you, or you stopped being useful, that's it, you're done. So no matter what they threw at us, or how bad we hurt, We took it all. We had to.
About that.
So they tricked you into it.
Nope.
Don't know if I'd call it that. Even if we'd known everything it meant, it's not like Dell and I had any other choice back then. Dawn to dusk, all we had was pain. Death was always one faulty igniter away. Looking back, I'd never have gotten through it without our Dell. The experiments got worse, and I started losing friends to him, one by one. Ended up at death's door myself, and that's when Dale had enough and broke us out. Dale was in rough shape himself, but he carried me, ran with me all the way to a church. That's where we met Lady Rella. She told me what it's like now. It's not all there is. If you keep living, the world will surely change. Feels like I finally get what she meant. I got to treat you to a nice meal. I even got to meet Vinka again. Wouldn't have had those chances if I'd given up. And now, giving up's the last thing on my mind. Hell, I've got some actual hope. You might just be able to build the world Dell and I dreamt of. I can sense Basilo's determination to live and his deep trust in me.
Me and Dell didn't live well.
Increases skill inheritance slots for the Berserker. That's why Dell stopped growing, you know? Side effects of the experiments and all. By the looks of him, Vinka got the opposite. Might be a little grayer, but he's not actually aged all that much, you know? In any case, seems like he's doing well. I can't be glad for that, I guess, at least. I can be glad for that at least. He didn't seem to be doing all that well to me.
Wait.
You don't mean he was lying about his sleeping wrong? He was, wasn't he? You can't even sleep wrong on your chest anyway, right? Damn it. Can't believe he slipped it past me. And I bought it without a second look. I've got to ask Vinka what the hell's going on.
Sorry.
But we probably won't be able to make it today. Take me to Bridlehaven when you can. You gotta. An awfully violent lot swarming the deck right now. I swear, would it be too much for a little piece? We can do without all this. No better way to let them know that they're not welcome here than to be by roughing them up a bit.
Would you mind not just barging in on us?
Wind!
More reinforcements! Only
Let's
one
stay
left.
calm. Come forth, Royal Soul! Nice!
All right! I've got now for a grand maneuver!
I step Dark Knight. Fast! All right. Get wrecked.
There they go!
That felt great.
The site of Malva forms on the horizon, a small settlement carved out of the mountainous terrain of southern Ontario, prospering modestly without reliance on trade, in part thanks to a thriving dairy farm. The Ishkia tribe secludes itself here, avoiding outside clamor, as though ushered in by the bleating of sheep grazing on a rock face. The Gauntlet Runner descends upon the quiet mountain village.
Giving it some thought?
The Gauntlet Runner's slowing pace signals their arrival at an encampment to those below deck. They are grateful for these moments of repose, quietly acknowledging their good fortune, a rare glimpse into a party at peace.
All right then. All right then.
All I have is eloquence. Hey, there's something I'd like to go when we get back to town. After you get something back on their feet, the least you can do is watch them take their first step. We did promise her, you know, and to be honest, I am looking forward to it. I can't help but feel like singing my heart out. A song is just words on the wind without an audience, so would you care to listen? Besides, it might just empower you. That's what I like to hear. Come this way.
Faraway sky, blue and clear.
Hey,
Sometimes when I sing, I catch a bird or small animal listening. I always invite them to sing with me when that happens.
hey.
Why don't you try singing along with me too?
Yep.
I'm actually pretty good at singing. Oh, you've said it now. But you do know the essence of singing isn't about skill. I can sense the power to move hearts in Juna's singing. I feel like my eloquence improved a little.
All right.
Though I suppose singing too loudly out here might attract more than critters. You'll have to make do with my lovely voice alone, I suppose. Poor you. I like these moments of quiet after singing too. You're not tired, are you? I'm enjoying our time together. I listened to Juna sing for a while.
Hitting us while we're asleep is dirty fighting.
Now's the top.
They're weak to piercing attacks. Hit them all in one fell
Vitus
swoop.
power. Hold on.
Is it working? Try hitting with something else.
Ice.
All right. This'll behold this power. I think I'll show you. Raging fire.
Let justice prevail.
Here it comes.
More enemies?
Come on, everyone.
Behold.
Can't relax yet.
No, I'm all prepared.
Get after it, Love. This is just what I need. Only one all the great strive for here. There they go.
Just carry this fortune on me.
Appreciated. See you.
The day of the hero draws near, which shall see the crowning of a new king. 30 days remain.
What to pick? All right then.
Let's see what we could cook. Okay, let's try the indestructible honey cake. Believe it or not, this is Basilio's specialty. I'll go get him. Wait here.
Got a sec.
Making sweets ain't like normal cooking, mate. Takes a deft touch, does it? Even an extra pinch of flour can turn the best dough into bin fodder. A dash too much sugar, you've gone from melty to mushy. I promise you, the end results are worth all this hassle though. There's something kind of addicting about the process too.
That's...
Boy, make sure you sift that flour before folding it in, yeah? I started preparing the food with Basilio.
Right then.
Not bad, not bad. Now, we've just gotta avoid letting it go all droopy and sad. I've made this more times than I can count, but even now, I make a disaster of it sometimes. Did you know weather can affect your cooking? Well, it can.
Okay.
Hey, think we'd get some laughs if I drew a face in it? They won't mind, yeah? These sweets, I can tell how delicious they are at a glance. Here's my indestructible honey cake. The best chefs in the capital couldn't do better. Thanks to speed cooking, I cooked without time passing.
Let's snap.
Oh snap. Okay, I guess I could go with try to go with eloquence if there's anything here. Guess we could finish this one. Clusters of cryptic phrases and abstract drawings fill the pages. Was this written in some sort of trance? The whole section has been struck by two thick lines, a few words scribbled next to it. My very soul screams. Is this her handwriting? Flipping to the next page reveals a swarm of characters and symbols I've never seen before. Is this a language only Juna herself knows? Well, we can certainly say that artistic expression is a serious business for Juna.
All right.
Hey, would you mind not just barging in on us? They're weak to piercing attacks. Hit them all in
Let's
one
go.
fell swoop.
Scour!
Come on,
How many
keep 'em
are
coming.
there? Come on, everyone.
Behold,
Can't relax yet.
I walk a royal path.
Yikes! There's no way out of this. There they go.
Located to the east of Montario is a forest path tinged with beautiful autumn leaves. Its name, however, is the Abandoned Path. The story goes that a nearby village was struck by famine, and in order to preserve its food stores, abandoned their elderly along this road. The forsaken elders became a food of sorts, for monsters and for the earth. The trees then turned to resplendent crimson. So the story goes. Amidst a view so stained with sin, yet pleasing to the eye, the Gauntlet Runner's engine ceases its mechanical worry.
I bet this place would be beautiful if the sky weren't this hellish color. And the monsters, I guess that's why we're here. Monsters that threaten our safety under ominous skies, practically a metaphor for the country in its current state. If we stop Luis, perhaps blue skies will return, and we too can come back under less fraught pretense. How wonderful, I shall anticipate that moment. Yet, to make that happen, we must first collect the bounty, yes? It'll emerge if we hunt a snake-like monster called Rigopetia. Apparently, that'll alert the bounty that something is off in the forest. Let's get going then. Captain, lead the way.
Leave it out, mate.
Take care if you're going further in. There's all kinds of nasty beasts, floating spectos being the worst of them. I gave it a good slash with my blade and the bloody thing exploded. I should have kept my distance and fought using magic. Wow, that could have been bad. You okay? Well, I'm alive and that's saying something. Just be careful, you hear? Okay, let me see here.
What now?
Hardy. Think we need to take Basilia out and put in maybe Yufa. Okay, Yufa, Juna. Okay, I'm gonna save. We're gonna call it right there. And start off finishing the request tomorrow. That's it for today. Bye bye.